Hi there, it's Mimi, and tonight we're doing a fabulous deluxe hot towel therapy facial. And I've got the beautiful Kirsten here that we're going to be doing some of the massage and take you through the actual steps on how to do a hot towel therapy. I think, especially now going into the cold weather, I think it's really great to really recharge the skin and give it that fabulous glowing effect as well, because after the summer and the hot weather we've been having, it can we can sometimes deplete a lot of the hydration, and this is what it's all about. So I'm going to get started. We just had a chat with Kirsten, and she's pretty happy with your skin. We can always improve on some things, can't we?
Definitely.
Yeah. And we're just talking about perhaps we like to have this as we get I say the age of elegance because I had to pick that because I'm obviously very much into that, and we do tend to lose a little bit of the firmness in the skin and elasticity, and this is why we like tonight we are using the anti-aging product as well, the beautiful Platinum. And it was one of the we won an award with this product, so I would like you to just refresh. Some of you have seen my video before with the Platinum, but just introducing a few other products that you might not have seen before. So we're going to get started.
Beautiful.
Right. Okay. So you can relax, Kirsten, and enjoy yourself. I'll wake you up.
Thank you.
It's really great. Oh, can't believe this weather. We changed the hot weather. It's gone.
It's always around Anzac Day, I remember.
Yeah, we get the. But you know, I think it's nice. We've got to have the rain. Can't complain about that. So, okay. So what I'm going to be using is the beautiful. This is the Platinum cream cleanser, and what I love about this cleanser is that it's a dual purpose. And you know, if you were busy these days, it's great if we can get something that it does both. It's a mask and it's a cleanser. So if you apply this and in the morning, when you before you brush or whenever you brush your teeth, or when you're getting ready for work, and you put this on and you leave it on, say you're going to have a bit of breakfast, leave it on. It acts like a mask for you as well. So you got the 2-in-1, and it gives you the hydration. With the Platinum range, it contains resveratrol. Resveratrol is actually an ingredient that is in the red grape, and that helps to actually firm the skin, and it helps as well with some even out the skin texture. And it's got if you've got some pigmentation or maybe sometimes a little age spot as well, it does help to fade those as well, which is great. So we just cleanse the skin with the cleanser, and what I'm going to do now is the microdermabrasion. And most of you know that, you know, we've got a few different scrubs, but this is one of my favorite, the microdermabrasion. And just why we need to exfoliate the skin more so as we get a little bit older is because the cell doesn't regenerate as quick as you used to. I mean, in your 20 and 30, you find that your cells rejuvenate within 28 days. You get a new layer of skin. As we get older, and especially like in my age, sometimes it can take up to 3 months. But you need to get rid of that. The more you get rid of the dead skin, the more the actual cell underneath, it's like it can breathe. And it's great to exfoliate as well because of your foundation. Sometimes people say to me, oh, my foundation doesn't stay on, I've got to get... But you know, it makes a difference on the steps you take before you do your foundation. So exfoliation, it's a must if you want to have that joy finish on your skin, and if you would like your foundation to go on and it doesn't catch on your dead skin. So don't be afraid when you use microdermabrasion. Give a little bit of a workout especially if you've got time. Sometimes it's, you know, if you got to go to work, and I would do this, something like this. You can do it in the morning, you can do it or at night time, whatever works for you. In the, you know, sometimes it's a good idea to do it in the shower because you've got a lot more water to rinse it off. But really concentrate on your T-zone because this is where we normally have more of the congestion underneath the skin, and sometimes the oil gets clogged up in the pores in this area. Call it the T-zone. It always has a little bit more oil in the center. So just work it with your hand, just move them around, just rotary motion. This product, it contains Scandinavian crystals, and helps to really dissolve that glug that holds dead skin together. So it's about around here, and just keep on moving those little granules. If you've got extremely sensitive skin and you're not sure how this would work for you, I have never come across anyone that has had a problem with it, but if you want to try it out, you can mix your microdermabrasion with a cleanser, with a little bit of the cream cleanser, and we call it a soft peel. That we call it a soft peel, so it will give you a little bit more. It's a bit more calming if you've got problem with sometimes people have dermatitis, psoriasis around the skin. That could really help you to ease that. And if you do have like dermatitis or psoriasis on your skin, you find that your skin peels a lot. So once you've done the microdermabrasion, just remove it, just with warm tepid water, and try and get rid of all the granules. What you find as well, because you move the skin around, the skin can be a little bit red. But don't worry, because what it does, it will settle down. Don't forget, when you do that sort of thing, it's like a massage, which we're going to be doing that a little bit later, and it brings the clean blood to the surface of the skin. And it's really, really great. It really activates those cells in the basal layer to really become, you're actually feeding them. If you don't exfoliate, what you find, I find people say to me, Mimi, I use this moisturizer, I use the night cream, I use everything, but my skin still feels dry. There's a few steps that perhaps some people miss, and that could be the exfoliation of the skin. So make sure you do use, you can use the microdermabrasion a couple of times a week. And yeah, I like to do it at night time. I feel like one more time at night. When you do that, what you want to do to make sure that you remove, it is easier when you do it in the shower because you can take all those little particles on your skin and that. So, but by the time we'll finish the question, I think they'll be out. I've got a few more steps. How does it feel? Do you want to feel
It's
your
beautiful. See, I use this myself at home in the shower.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
oh,
I love it.
Yeah, we're talking to the, what they say? She's already over.
Yeah, I love the microdermabrasion because I've used others where it's too harsh on
Yeah.
my skin, but this is just more gentle, but it feels awesome.
It feels it still takes the, oh, that's lovely. Yeah, and it feels so soft, and most people say it feels so clean, which is really, really nice. Okay, so what we're doing before the hot towel therapy is we're going to be doing a little bit of a massage to the skin. And so I won't use, normally the next step would be your toner, but I'm not going to do the toner. I'm actually going to go straight into the massage because then we're going to do the hot towel afterwards. With the massage, I'm going to use two products which I absolutely love. One is the Nutri-Rich Oil. Now this product has been around, it was the first product Nutrimedic formulated more than, if you see it, most of you know it. and we formulated this back in the 50s. I think it's about 50. Well, it's been in Australia since 1968. So it started in America years before. So back in the 50s. Now, even now, this product is one of the most used.
Oh, is that the one that you put on your lips
Yeah.
too? That I've got that one too, and I'm out of that one.
You're
So
very, she's very disciplined. I didn't
Because
even ask
my
you.
mum used to used to buy Nutrimedic, so she put me onto it. Yeah.
Oh wow! Well, she did a good thing.
Yeah.
When Nutri-Rich Oil, actually, you can use it for 30 different uses. So it's the first product Nutrimedic formulated. Do you know the story about
No.
this? I'm going to tell you the story because a lot of people don't know about this. This is we call it the crown jewel of Nutrimedic, and actually it is because the guy that started Nutrimedic was a scientist in nutrition, an American guy. He went to the Himalayas to research how their lifestyle because he had poor health. So he noticed that ladies were dabbing the oil, the apricot kernel oil if they had cuts. And, obviously he found that is for healing. And, all the old remedies, they were really. And then these women had, they were in their 70s, and even though the Himalayas are very severe weather patterns, they had amazing skin. And until then, we were, nobody was doing natural, organically formulated cosmetic. So he took the idea back and created the Nutri-Rich Oil, which today we actually sell one every 5 minutes of the day, whether it's on special or not. So because 30 different uses, my husband even uses it on his hair.
See, I find it's best for my lips. Like, it's the only thing that keeps my lips nice and smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you want the 30 uses, let me know if you're watching this video after, and I'll post it on the page as well. And so it is, now I left my spatula somewhere. Let me see, I should have one here.
So what are a couple of the other uses then?
So you use it on your elbows, your heels as a night cream, as a neck cream, as a décolletage cream, as a cuticle cream.
Oh, my daughter needs that.
You use it, you can put it in your bath, you can put it on your hair for your ends.
Yep.
Any scarring, if you had actually I must show you this. Someone posted it, and this lady had an operation, she had stitches. And then they put the after photo, and it's amazing. I must show it to you after. It was only that one of the girls from Melbourne posted today.
So my sister, she's lost a lot of weight. So she's had a lot of skin surgeries, like she's got scars all down her arms. I think that would be perfect for her because they haven't healed very well.
Yeah, it is the purest. This is why it's such a unique. What I'm doing here, I'm using the Nutri-Rich Oil, which is great on its own, but we've got this beautiful collagen oil from, and this one here, it's a bio-collagen oil. It's in our platinum range, and this is what I was saying to you. It's you can use it on the neck, you can do it on the décolletage. It contains the peptides. It's got resveratrol, and of course it's got the collagen in it as well to help you firm up that skin, and it smells divine. So I'm just mixing the two together, and take everything, whatever you put on, especially when it comes to the treatment, whatever you put on your face, because none of us want that turkey neck, do we, girls? No. So and just working it into the skin. And it does smell. Everyone loves the apricot kernel oil.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and so you can use it as as a hot tail treatment, like I'm doing now, and for scarring, even for babies. A lot of people, when I used to tell me sometimes that they used to use it for dribble rash for babies, and psoriasis and dermatitis. It really helps to heal, because it gets very, very dry, and because it's got the vitamin E as well. So work it into the skin, and this is a beautiful hydration for your skin. If you're going out somewhere on the weekend and you want the skin to have that beautiful dewy look, you can't go past to do a treatment like this with a Nutri-Rich oil, and just massage it around it, even around here, around the lips as well. And like I said, you're moving that blood flow all along the jawline as well, and you can do like a little pinch if you want like that, and then just up this way and just massage it into the pores. And we're going to use the towel after. Even if your skin is not extremely dry, what you find is, because it's a natural oil, it stops, because a lot of people have got like an oily T-zone, and sometimes they don't want to use, their thing is too oily, but it's not, because this counteracts the oil that you normally produce in your skin by hydrating it, because it just takes, the skin just takes what it wants, and we're going to remove that anyway. So even at night time, when you use it as a night cream, it does not necessarily have to go all over the face, just those areas that you find you're a little bit more dry, that's where you can work with it. And I'm going to use my roller to actually give that little bit extra treatment. So just, again, this is a beautiful finish. This is really good, this type of roller. If you can leave it in the fridge, and it really helps for puffy skin, especially around the nose area and around the eye. You know, you get those bags under the eyes, and if it's cold, it really helps to recede that. I actually was reading something, Twiggy. Kristen, you're too young to remember.
I know, she was a model, wasn't she?
Yeah, the English model, yeah. Well, I think she's still around. And she said in one of her articles that she takes half an hour in the morning just for her bags under the eyes. And years ago, the cosmetic went so updated like they are now. So she used to use the cool drinks from the mini bar, the cans, because it was cold, for her to help her with the eye bags. So here you are. Now she's got the roller. Now we've got the rollers. So you just move that around and around and around, and so I'm going to leave Kirsten here for a couple of minutes, and I've got to go and warm up my towel, and then I'll come back, let that oil really absorb into the skin. You can have a bit of a snooze. There you are. Helps to hydrate that skin. So here we are, just warmed up the, what you do, you just wet the towel and then you can just put it in the microwave for just a minute. You can let the face, steam the face like this and get that beautiful oil absorbed into the skin. This is lovely. And then when it's cool enough,
Yeah.
then you just press it into the skin just like that and let that beautiful hydration take place. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels beautiful.
Yeah.
I hope I wasn't snoring before.
No, I didn't hear you, so they'll let me know later. There you are. So you can see, you know, if you had a stressful week and, you know, we all got so much to do these days, don't we? We especially women, I think, men too, but I still think men, we work harder. And it's really great to do something like this and you feel fantastic. And when we look good, we feel good, don't we? Or else we look at the skin and think, oh my God. And you know, in a lot of ways, hydration is what holds that, it prevents pre-aging as well. The more you can feed the skin, and when I say to people about feeding the skin, what I mean is, it's a little bit like our diet, you know, we need to have the veggies and we need to have, you know, the different vegetables and we need to have the different fruit. We can't just eat one vegetable and hope that we're going to be healthy. So, because every organ of our body needs different nourishment. And the same with the skin, it's like, if you're using a serum, it means you're going to be using less day cream. So financially it works the same, but it gives you a better treatment because different products penetrate differently into the skin. Now what I've just used here is the beautiful Regeneration Toner. It's almost, as you can see, it's like a serum. And it contains caffeine. And wet caffeine, like I was talking about, plump, you know, puffiness in the skin, helps to that and helps to refine the pores. You know, especially if you've got oily, little bit of oily skin around the nose area. It's really great to treat that, because if you don't treat the oiliness through the center, what happens, you end up getting enlarged pores. And once a pore is enlarged, it's very hard to close it. I mean, you can refine it. We all need pores because we need to breathe, but you know, it's good if you can hydrate it and keep it nice and supple. So this is our toner. My next product I'm going to use is, and I call it the watering can, is the Ultra Care Moisturizing System. And this product it contains about 5% hyaluronic acid. And what it does, it helps to provide the right environment for your products to work effectively. It goes down to the basal layer. And it helps with the elasticity in the skin as well. So just a couple of drops. I like to use my hand, my back of my hand as a palette, and apply it, and you find the dehydration lines on my hand, on one hand, they look, it's like I've got nothing there. And then when you look on the other hand, because obviously I put my products there about 2-3 times a day, it makes such a huge difference. So the moisturizing system is very, very crucial to hydrate that skin, especially coming into winter now, because we tend to have the heater on in the car, and then we've got the heater in the home as well. You might work in it obviously heating environment as well. So all that, and air conditioning actually after the sun is the worst cause of dehydration. So just a drop of that, and I'm gonna finish off and just apply a little bit of the DNA. The DNA it's actually a cell renewal. You can use it as a moisturizer, but I like to use it as a night nourishment, as a night cream. And Kirsten's skin looks very dewy. How's it feel?
I love dewy skin.
So I'm just using the DNA. And this one here is very, very good too. If you do have scarring, it is very good about healing. I've had a lady that she had varicose veins, and you know how they're red, they normally are a little bit, and she was able to help that, the actual redness. So if you got red on your skin as well, sometimes people get a little bit of redness around the nose area. Sometimes it can be medication as well. You're doing the right thing, but sometimes medication can cause redness on your skin as well. I've got my sister, and now she used it, it's really working for her really well. But people used to say to her, "Are you sunburnt on your decolletage area?" Because she used to have this redness, and it was a medication she was taking.
So my daughter gets red under her nose.
Does she?
Would that help with that?
Yeah. The other thing might be causing the dry is that maybe it's the dryness as well. Is her skin dry underneath?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the dryness, like she probably would benefit from the moisturizing system, and probably the Nutri-Rich oil or the DNA. The DNA would probably help it to tone down the redness. But you know, I think sometimes you got to go down to what's causing the problem. That makes a difference. So then you can avoid. How does that feel? Feels nice.
Oh my God, it feels beautiful.
Feels nice.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to put the I'm sorry, I left my eye cream. So the one thing that I like, this serum, it's amazing as well. This is the eye, it's eye and lip treatment, part of the platinum range as well, and it contains caffeine. But what it does, hydrates. It's got a little plate, if you can see it underneath. I just got it here, like that, and you can leave that in this fridge as well, because that really, when you've got tired eyes, it really makes a huge difference. That platinum, the actual plate, you can work it on your eyes. Dark circles, it's brilliant for dark circles. Obviously tonight, because hygiene, I'm not going to use the plate, but you just apply it just with your ring finger, just underneath the eye, just underneath here, and up on your, just underneath your eyebrows and around the corner. This is a magical product to use for dark circles, puffy eyes, and really hydrates. And you know, when you put your makeup on, most people, well, most of us put a concealer as well underneath the eye. If your eye area is dry, your concealer actually doesn't, it goes, you can see you got it on, because it goes into the dry areas and becomes cakey. When you use a nice serum like this, what you find is that it's very hydrating. And sometimes you can put a little bit there, let it absorb on its own. The other area that it's very, very good for those lines on top, just on top of the lip here, that's why it's a lip and an eye serum. So because it is a serum, obviously we need to use the moisture, the eye cream over the top. But as you can see, I use very, very tiny little bit. An eye cream should last you at least a year, because you don't want to use too much. If you use too much of an eye cream, you're going to get puffy eyes. So you don't want to do that. Just a tiny little bit, like I see here, with your ring finger. The reason we use a ring finger is because it's got the least pressure. And then just the two together, and you just pat and let it absorb itself into the, there we are. If your skin, like I put the DNA, which is cell renewal, you can even use it as a moisturizer and things like that. But if you're putting it on at night, on top of my the DNA, I actually use a little bit of Nutri-Rich oil. And all I do, put it on my fingers like that, and then put it in the area that I think, because you can never have enough hydration on your neck and the cottage area. And just do that. If your skin next morning, you just put DNA, the next morning your skin feels fine, then you don't need to do that. But you know yourself, it's like our body. We know our body, don't we? And we know sometimes we have to go and see the GP. And it's the same with your skin. Play around with the products, and if you're not sure, you know where to find me and that as well.
Oh, beautiful though. So same time, same place tomorrow?
Yeah. So what did you find there? Because I don't know, have you used some of our products before?
The Nutri-Rich oil,
yeah,
and the scrub,
and
and
dermabrasion, yeah.
I think I've got that one to the eye, because I remember the silver ball thing on the on the end. And they were the main three that I've used.
Yeah.
And then there was a cream after the scrub.
Oh yeah, because
when
we used to have that. Yeah. But then we've got the serum instead.
Yes.
I know which one.
Yeah.
One of the products that I didn't want to overload Christmas tonight as well, that I haven't talked about, is the Tight Firm and Feel. This is a beautiful, again, it's a beautiful peptides it's got marine extract as well, and it's got the resveratrol. So what it does, you can use it as, oh my glasses are pretty dirty, I can't see. You can use it as, obviously it's a serum because it's Tight, Firm and Feel. Don't we all want that? Yeah. And so I always use this in the morning. And you can even use it as a primer as well on your skin, so you can try to be in your hand. And it's beautiful when you feel it on; it just feels divine on that. So you can, this sort of thing, always put them on your neck area. So this is really good to use it in the morning. I use this more in the morning, and I use my DNA at night like I did.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely?
It is.
Yeah, it is. So that one is really, really good for that sort of thing. So thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. I loved it. I loved it.
And I hope that refreshed your mind a little bit about the Platinum range and doing that hot tail therapy, because it's definitely a winner for your skin in this type of weather that we're going into now. And just recharging your skin, like I said, for the coming out of our summer. Long summer, haven't we? We've had the warm weather, we can't complain about that. So thank you and have a great week. Bye for now.